What is up, everybody? I am here to speak to you about dumbbell press. Now, this is one of my favorite exercises, and I'm going to do a little bit of self-analysis on myself. And I'm not very good at certain exercises. Well, it's not that I'm not good at them, but I've never focused on them. And what I'm going to do now is have a real honest look at my own technique. And it's quite surprising, so you better have a look at this. So I jumped straight into the first warm-up set, and the first thing I realised about this is the dumbbells don't touch the chest. And in a bench press, it seemed a bit different. That I'm not coming down far enough, and I'm not getting the full stretch of the pec. So this was quite a concern to me, so I had to do a series of different angles to see if I was in fact right and I wasn't coming down far enough. So that first set was just a warm-up there. I was going quite fast, working on the speed. Here is a bit better. The arms are coming down a bit more parallel, but still, it doesn't appear that the hands are coming in line with the chest, which is a big thing when you're bench pressing. You don't want to be coming down halfway and doing a half rep. So why would you want to do that with dumbbells? Now, dumbbell press is one of my key movements, because most of the time I don't train with a spotter. So the good thing about dumbbells is you can go to complete failure and not have to worry about killing yourself. I think I've probably mentioned this in a previous video, but for that reason, it's one of my go-to chest exercises. And here, what I did with this analysis is I went to my heavy sets. So here I get them up quite nicely, 50 kilograms. And it appears that this is a bit of a better set. You can see, real struggle here. That's the one thing I struggle with at the top. It's just that lockout, so that's going to be a big tricep issue there. And maybe the inside of the pec, because that's the last squeeze of the movements. So there's a different angle here, straight on. You can see those big dumbbells there, almost the size of my whole torso, those. So I bring them back. Oh, and this is a set here. So looking past the legs, you can see a bit of an issue here. And there we go, see? That's the trouble with these dumbbells. There's the crying face there. He touches the pec in agony. The one thing that you've got to realise with dumbbells is if you don't have anyone there to help you up, the first rep is going to be the hardest. But that's what I love about them. Okay, so here, same issue. Look at this, huge muscular imbalance there. And yeah, if you can see, the top of my right hand is in line with my left wrist. So if you do that in front, that's a huge stagger there. A huge stagger. Somehow manages to grind it out. And continues, that second rep is a hell of a lot better. Still another muscular imbalance there. But that's just something you've got to work on. That might be because of my torso being slightly angled, which is hard to adjust because what you've got to remember is that first lean back is, you can't really adjust. So you've got to get that lean back almost perfect when you're doing dumbbell press. Now, the best thing to do to help you with that is to try and keep the knees up for as long as possible. So here, I don't do it in there because I'm terrible at this. But when you've got your dumbbells on the knees here, what you want is you want to explode with the legs and just keep your knees at the top. You don't want to just bring them away like I do. You want to keep them at the top and then slowly put them back down after everything's under control. So I managed to grind out another double here. The depth is actually looking a lot better. As you can see, the thing with dumbbells and why they don't have to come down as far is because when you initially bring them back, you have zero arch. So with the bench, you do all your setup to begin with to get this perfect arch. You don't have time to do that with the dumbbells. You go straight back and the weight will force your back to be flat for the first rep, which means you physically can't come down in line with your chest because your pecs will not stretch that far and it'll be dangerous for your shoulders. That's a little frog kick. That's the thing I do that I absolutely hate. You need to keep those knees up and slowly bring them down. Don't kick them out in front like you're doing a double kick wrestling move or something. So that, if I could change one thing, it would definitely be that. But in terms of the depth, if you look at these reps right here, that's the kind of depth that you want. Yeah, so your arms are 90 degrees, elbows out, and you don't need to come all the way down as if you imagine a bar having to touch your chest, because you will not have that arch in your back. That's the one key thing to remember with this. Try this exercise. I know people neglect the dumbbells. Try it. Go to complete failure. It's a great movement for bodybuilders. And smash it. See you in the next one.